How we doing, guys? Welcome back to the channel today. Today's video, I wanted to go and kind of cover a little bit of Dash in the game, Dash Rendar, and just kind of give you my initial thoughts on what he's been looking like right now. But it's kind of hard to say this because he will be really shining in GAC because of his... And I think people have been telling me I'm saying it wrong. It's not pronounced Omnicron, it's Omnicron or Om. I don't even know. I'm going to call Omnicron because that just sounds the best. Zeta, it's not Zeta, it's Zeta, right? I feel like Omnicron. Anyways, the new ability, the new black, I'm going to call it the Black Omega because that's what it looks like if you go into... Where's Phasma? I know I can apply some. Anyways, let's go and talk about Dash and what he's bringing to the table right now in the game. Is it good? Is it bad? You know, what is it? Just like, you know, flat out, what is it? Omicron. It's not Omnicron. Oh, there's no N in there. Okay, I'm not gonna edit this out. This is all gonna be in the video. Omicron. My bad. Omicron. It's pretty good for Dash, and you know it's hard though to test it out because it's only in GAC. But my thoughts on this video will be about him before the GAC. You know, you can't really test out things in GAC until you get into GAC mode. So it's really hard to like figure out like what he'll be like for his full potential because you have to only, you know, get that if you're in a GAC and test out yourself. It's going to be funny like, yo, can I test against you with my new Dash Rendar team? It's like, not many people would want to probably do that, right? Unless you get some nice guy out there. But anyways, let's go down to Scoundrels and kind of go over some of this. I watched Arnold's recent stream. Today is Thursday, so this will be live on a Saturday or so when I'm gone on outside for the funerals this weekend. Let's talk about Dash. Dash with Scoundrels very strong. I will say that right now he's very strong. The team that I've been seeing the most of lately has been Dash, Vandor, and then tossing in where are they at though? L3, the main three being those, like I mentioned before. And then the fourth and fifth can be kind of different. I've seen people rock Commander Ahsoka with, I think it was a Beskar Mando, or, you know, tossing a fourth being Kira and a young Han Solo. And I was watching Arnold's stream, and he was rocking Dash with L3, Vandor, and then young Han, and then he was rocking, gosh, who was the other one? Young Han and L3. And Kira, that's the other one, Kira. So he was rocking Kira, Arnold was. But I've also seen other people rocking it without Kira and without young Han, and you know, more of like because not many people will have young Han built up, right? So people are gonna have more access to Cats, Commander Ahsoka. So you know, I don't have any gameplay to share with you guys today, unfortunately enough, because I'm not gonna steal Arnold's content and his videos from his stream. But go check it out if you guys want to. He might have already made a video by now. But looking back at it, you can definitely win some, but again, you know, in GAC, it might be a completely different story. The GAC Omicron ability that is added on is that you pretty much will always have prepared, and that's a pretty big thing. You know, as I was watching some of this footage from Arnold, you know, there's some guys who stop revives, for example, not Boba Fett, Jango Fett inside like the Mandalorian team with Maul. If he gets to take a turn and he like kills somebody during his turn, then that guy's not going to be revived whether they have prepared or not. So that's like a pretty hard counter to this team. But if you're fighting teams that have nothing to stop your revive, this team is very, very good. It excels against those teams. I honestly want to say this is going to be a team that you're going to be saving more for offense. Just because it's a bit better to play it out with, you know, you manually playing it and not the AI. But there's like a lot of damage here, even if you don't even have an attacker on your team. But I would still say for GAC, bring an attacker, bring like a Beskar Mando, bring a young Han. Because if you don't have that light side Scoundrel ally, you're just missing on a lot of extra offense. You know, damage output is going to go pretty low. And, you know, as much as L3, Vandor, and Dash, they can like stay live pretty often, you still want to have somebody who can dish out some nice damage. Dash can, but really not going to be the biggest damage dealer, which is why I would recommend, you know, a Beskar Mando or even like a young Han. You want to keep a light side Scoundrel because you want to get more of those bonuses. Also seen a lot of nests there too for that fifth slot. Not going to be really pulling young Han, or Han Solo, the OG one, or Chewie, because you want those with the Rebels, right? But definitely can be used with other light side Scoundrels for the attackers, because you definitely need some attack or attacking, I guess, damage. You want damage in this team, pretty much what I'm trying to say. Anyways, what can it beat? What can't it beat? It's pretty, at the moment, as I've seen, it's pretty inconsistent with some with some of the counters. Yes, it can beat Grievous's and Darth Revan's, but it's not very consistent. I think Arnold won like 1 out of 3 times with Darth Revan and like 2 out of 6 times with against Grievous. Padme's a no-go. This team does stomp on Bad Batch, so if you fight people who always set the Bad Batch or clones, not gas clones, but like a Shock T clones or the Bad Batch, this team shreds it. Other stuff going on. CLS is a no-go. That's a very tough uphill climb. What else? Yeah, Padme's a no-go. Bounty Hunters are a go. You gotta just make sure that you can stun and get out in front of them. It's pretty easy, though. Dash is 190 speed, base speed, plus 20 from his leadership, as you can see right here. He gives himself and other scoundrels that are light side 20 extra speed. So 210 is a base speed actually for him if he's in the leadership slot, plus whatever else you have for mods. Easily get him faster than a Commander Ahsoka and even a Maul. And he's going to be right below the Galactic Legend tier in speed. So he's a very fast character. Also, you know, Troopers can beat up Troopers pretty easily because he's just so fast. You got the AoE days going off, and they do absolutely nothing. Teams that are like very dependent off of TM gaining, and you have Dash going first, it stops that completely. Like a JTR, for example, this team just demolishes it. It's not even close. Other teams that don't really rely off of dazes, for example, like the Maul Mandalorians. If you have Jango in there and Jango snipes an attacker in your team, for example, a Beskar Mando or your Young Han, and you lose that DPS, then you will time out to the Maul team. Same thing with Darth Revan and all those guys. If you lose somebody and they can't be revived, this team kind of goes downhill. But that's the thing. It's a nice thing in GAC is that while you have prepared, or while you are having these guys in GAC, they will always have prepared, which is nice with Vandor Chewie because he will always revive them if anybody dies while he has prepared, which will always be happening in GAC. So like I said, you know, it's really hard for me to like say this will work super well like in GAC, but we just don't know yet. I can only assume. Nobody can even test this because there is no GAC going on right now, so we just literally can't test it. I've also heard of people testing with Queel and IG-11. I prefer those guys in a Beskar Mando team. For a second here, though, if we want to talk about splits, I would say keeping Beskar Mando, IG-11, and Queel plus Fennec and this, you know, 5th being whatever. Ideally, we want to have that new Boba Fett right here being in that team. We want that, right? So if that, you know, when we do get access to that in the next, you know, couple months, that's going to be one team as a whole with Beskar Mando lead or with Boba Fett lead. Does he have a leadership? I think he does, right? Yeah, you want to use him in the leadership. So, you know, with him in the lead plus all those scoundrels, that's one team. And the other team will be with Dash. Dash will be consisting of Dash himself, Vandor, L3, and then the 4th and 5th can be, you know, either a Commander Ahsoka. There's so much. It could be Young Han, Young Lando. It'll be pretty good for the most part, right? But until we get access to GAC, we can't really see the full potential of this character and this team, just because, you know, this is not something that's always throughout all game modes. That's what these Omicrons are from now on. You know, some people like it, some people won't, right? We'll just have to see. But like, really, it is extremely strong to get out of the gate against some teams that have stealth and just daze them, inflict defense down, and crit damage down. 3 debuffs all in one turn. And this is a nice big hit damage special too. But very powerful with a daze. You know, I would say that's like one of the biggest specials there in this team. Also, you do get a bit of TM gaining here, and just some more of these bonuses. But like, really, leadership here with the prepared plus the specials here, he is fantastic. I'm honestly curious to see more stuff with Nest. But if you guys really want to get, you know, the best insight on what this team can kill right now, I would say it can kill, you know, a lot of different teams, like I said, that are, you know, functioning around TM gaining. But if you're fighting people that really don't care about TM, like a Padme or even like a Grievous or Darth Revan's, those teams, they can struggle against, or this can struggle against those teams, right? But yeah, for the most part, this is a pretty strong team. I was assuming that it'd be even stronger than Bad Batch, and it still might be, but like I said, we have to wait for GAC. But at the moment, this is a very strong team, day one of testing. only day one. You know, what if we get some more people coming in testing different variations of this team? I can definitely see it. Like I said, I can see a lot of different variations with Scoundrels. I mean, look at this faction as a whole. It is so vast. There's so many different teams you can put together here. Anyways, though, my 2 cents about Dash, he's a great character for what he just brought to the Scoundrel team, especially the prepared team as well. A lot of stuff here. So I'm very curious to see people testing this. If you guys have any footage yourself you want to share with me, go ahead and share it down below or join up in Discord. But that's about it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I will see you later. Peace out and have a good one. Bye, guys.